So let's get the read from Georgia Republican Congressman Buddy Carter. He was busy questioning Jack Dorsey, and will be, I should say, later today. Congressman, very good to have you. I guess touche to both, Sheryl Sandberg, of course, and Mr. Dorsey for appearing. Are you upset and angry, as some of your Senate counterparts were, that Google didn't send Larry Page? They offered some higher-ups, but the committee refused. If it wasn't going to be the big gun they didn't want to hear.
Well, I think they do owe us an explanation. I mean, the United States Congress wants you to appear before them. Nobody's above that. And certainly we need an answer response. And I think it's very irresponsible of Google not to send their chief executive officer to appear before the United States Congress. It's our responsibility to represent the people. We can only do that if you'll show up and answer our questions.
You know, one of the things Mr. Dorsey kept pushing was this idea that whatever his own personal liberal bias, and he's mentioned this on a number of occasions, that Twitter, quote, in a letter to your committee, does not use political ideology to make any decisions, whether related to ranking content on our service or ranking how we enforce our rules. Do you believe that?
Well, you know, the examples that have been cited would lead one not to believe it. I mean, we've had examples even on our own committee of people who have been shadow banned and people who have been penalized, if you will, for what they have posted, and it was skewed toward conservatism. That's something that we have to have answers to. Look, I don't want the government to have to get involved in monitoring these platforms. I think that one of the reasons they have proliferated and turned out to be one of the greatest successes that we have ever seen is purely because the government has stayed out of it. I'm not a threatening person. I don't want to be threatening them. But the message has to get through to them that if you don't get this fixed, we're going to have to get it fixed for you. And I don't think you want that to happen.
So what do you think will be different when Mr. Dorsey appears before your committee? Much has been talked about dissatisfaction among Democrats and Republicans, Congressman, that these companies could be taken advantage of. Again, fake news can get in there. That I know is in the eye of the beholder. If they don't or cannot somehow get this done on their own, and that's something Ms. Sandberg seemed to indicate, then the government will have some sort of role here. But do you know what that would be?
Well, it's hard to say at this point. Regardless of what it is, I don't see it really benefiting innovation. I think it will perhaps stifle innovation, and none of us want that. We want the Internet to continue to proliferate. We want it to continue to be the great communication platform that it has been, but at the same time, we can't allow this to happen. It has to be fair. It has to be balanced like this, and, we've got examples. Just to give you a quick example, I sent out messages to my constituents in the 1st District. What do you want me to ask Mr. Dorsey? I got a response back from a teen, a high schooler, who said, well, I'm a conservative, and I have a conservative tweet, and I can't get verified on it. Why can't I get verified? I've got over 44,000 followers, yet the more liberal ones, they have many less followers than I do, but they're getting verified. Why is that? That's the kind of question that we want to answer here.
You know, Congressman, the president was very upset at Google last week, as you recall, when he was saying that users are getting rigged results and that he would be open to considering regulations on the company. Larry Kudlow, one of his top economic advisors, had said at the time, yeah, we're taking a look at doing just that. Ajit Pai, the chairman of the FCC, is noting the fact that he wants to see all social media companies be more transparent. He held off the possibility of doing anything more than that. But there was clearly, and appears, sir, to be clearly an appetite on the part of the White House to crack down on these guys, maybe to outright regulate them. Do you support that?
I do not support regulating them at this point. But I'm not sure that they're getting the message. Just an example, when we had the CEO of Facebook, I asked him about the illegal ivory trade in the chat rooms, and he was unaware of it. But we're going to work on it. We're going to get it fixed. I asked him about the illegal drugs and the advertisement, the opioids on the internet. We're going to get it fixed. Then I asked him about the intellectual property and the live streaming of movies and such that take place when they're still in theaters. Oh, that's been going on forever. Well, you tell me you're going to get these other things fixed, but you got something that's been going on forever and you hadn't fixed it yet. I hope they're taking this seriously, because I can tell you, you don't want the federal government in this, and if we have to, we'll be forced to do it.
All right. Congressman, thank you. Good luck later today. We'll be monitoring your hearing as well.